Hi, my name is Chuck Preston. I'm a 18-year resident of Oxnard Shores. For 17 and a half years, I've been fine with our association, and the last 6 months, actually less. In November of this year, I went to a board meeting, and I found it to be very scary. So I wanted to talk to everybody and just give you a point of view. I am a member of the Friends of the Shores. So I wanted our point of view to come across. There's been a lot of hearsay as to what we believe in and what we're representing. I want to dispel some of that. Probably the first thing I would like to dispel up front is this letter from the association dated December 19th. In fact, it was sent to all members of the association. Number 6 says, recently letters and emails have been sent to members from the Friends of the Shore. This group is distributing information in support of abolishment of MSCA. We are not trying to abolish the association. What we are trying to do is replace our current board. Our current board has done some things recently that have scared a lot of our neighbors. As an example, and I truly believe the board is not intending to raise our dues to 1% of the appraised value of our homes. However, it is in the CC&Rs, and the current bylaws give the board authority, according to the president of the board, give authority to the board to raise our dues up to that amount without any vote or conversation with us. I think this is something that would scare most homeowners. Another thing that has come to light that the board has done is they basically refuse to put anybody on the ballot for the board that wasn't of their selection. We had qualified individuals, and we can certainly supply names of those people that have submitted to be on the ballot, and they were rejected. It's my understanding the only question that was asked of potential board members was, what do you think about the annual picnic? There was a secret meeting against the rules of the association, but a secret meeting held on December 2nd, in part, I believe, because the association started to get a little nervous about Friends of the Shores and us being out there. I just wanted to mention there is an online site that a number of people go to, next door, Oxnard Shores, which could be a good community organizing type place where we could discuss things. However, it's pretty much turned into an opinion piece and nothing more than that. A lot of hearsay and interpretation of laws that I think should be left to lawyers, and it appears that's the way our new board is heading. They have asked us to sign on to mediation of any problems within the community. They've implied that they're going to do this. Obviously, nobody can force you to do anything that you don't want to do, and I don't know that I would want to get involved with mediation over a conflict. There's certainly better ways to handle it. And of course, the major conflict is the short-term rentals. However, our board has taken the view that all rentals need to be controlled. We don't want to discriminate against anyone in particular. So they've changed some rules on their own, with no discussions with anyone, any members, up to and including 6-month rental agreements for all renters in the Shores. Back to the short-term rentals, it's my understanding we have 55 or 60, but only 4 or 5 of them are real problems. Well, those real problems should be dealt with, but we don't need to go to court to deal with them. We don't need to jeopardize our own private investments in our property over 4 or 5 problem houses. I'm also a bit concerned about legal liability, with targeting short-term rentals. I'm all for it. If it's a party house and they're causing a disturbance in the neighborhood, I think we should target those people. However, I think we should also target our neighbors that live there permanently that are problem people. And the way to do that, in my opinion, is through the city. The city of Ventura has has a great program pertaining to short-term rentals that I think everybody should look at. Unfortunately, our board did not look at any of this. They just went about their business making decisions by themselves. I went to the board meeting in November because I was concerned about our dues going up, and I walked away from that meeting thinking that something just wasn't right. It appeared to be an abuse of power by our current board by raising our dues. They didn't even talk to us about it. Again, as I said, in the 18 years I've lived here, the dues have always been the same. The board is now doing things, as an example, I mentioned about not putting names on the ballot. That's one of the reasons we did the write-in campaign with the proxies that we've sent out. It was short notice. We just found out in November about this, so we didn't have time to go out and solicit everything. Obviously, on the proxy we sent out, you could still mark somebody off, cross them off, not vote for them, disapprove of them. We sent out what we would like to see you support. We have a member in good standing that actually requested from the board some of the files that the board has. The board's attitude today is they sent it to their lawyer, and they had their lawyer send a letter to one of our members. And I'll just read the basic lines. You are asking, as near as I can tell, for voluminous records, but only for 2 years before January 4th, 2016. And you are not entitled to most of them, if at all. Does not sound like a very opening board to me. With the dues being increased and with fines possibly being levied, I think back to earlier in the year when the president of the board said in meeting notes that he was looking for new revenue sources. Fines certainly is a way to generate some revenue. Bringing renters in at $25 a head when they have no vote is certainly a way to bring revenue in. But what really scared me was the idea that they could actually raise our dues to 1% of the appraised value of our home. I don't honestly believe it will ever get to that stage. However, the risk is there. It never bothered me for 17 years. That same risk has been there. I'm now concerned about it, and I think you should be concerned about it also. Then we get into the spending situation. A proposed budget that's starting out $46,000 in the hole. Originally, that was just the budget the way it was. Then the board backtracked a bit and said that the new board would vote on that or make changes as recommended by the membership after the election on the 9th. In other words, if this board is still in place after the 9th, they will put the budget together as they see fit. Again, Friends of the Shores, we're all for the community. Most of us have been here for a while. We do have members that we're recommending that are short-term owners, as well as people like myself that have lived here for a long time. Certainly, we need the opinion of all people to justify what's going on at the Shores. I don't trust the board. I think a lot of people don't trust the board. I think you should consider whether you trust the board to make decisions that could impact you and your family. As you know, we sent a flyer out, and this is what some of your neighbors thought after one day of receiving that. So please join us, and hopefully we'll see you at the meeting and make some major changes to this current board. Thank you.